Good morning and welcome back to LCTV News. This week, there was much success in sports, environmental work is being done, and more. On the Lynn Lowdown, we sat down with members of Girls Inc. to discuss their mission and programs. Here's the news for Friday, October 21st, 2022. The 18th, there was a rally and petition delivery at City Hall. Organized by Neighbor to Neighbor, Essex County Community Organization, and Lynn United for Change, they were delivering a petition with over 1,000 signatures to Mayor Nicholson and the Lynn City Council. Both the petition and rally are calling on them to fully fund the community housing plan and make affordable housing a priority when distributing the rest of the ARPA funds. The community housing plan was created by the three organizations who put the rally together and is meant to stabilize current affordable housing and allow for new developments, as well as fund building repair programs and recovery rental vouchers. In a joint statement, the organization said, quote, "How this ARPA money gets used is a real test for our city's leaders. If the words of support for frontline workers and the Black Lives Matter lawn signs really meant something, we need to see City Hall respond to the needs of the people and make affordable housing the top priority," end quote. A large crowd gathered at City Hall, spread all along the stairs with signs chanting housing is a human right. The activists want to see $18 million of the remaining $20 million ARPA funds go to affordable housing. In a statement released by Mayor Nicholson, quote, "We have worked hard with the City Council to run an open, transparent, and inclusive process for ARPA funding. We look forward to reviewing all the applications submitted. We also plan to continue our administration's focus on affordable housing, from creating an affordable housing trust fund to rolling out an inclusionary zoning proposal later this year, to the ARPA investments we made last round and will make in this next one. We appreciate all the input we have received throughout the process," end quote. The City of Lynn Health Department has received 10,000 pounds of medical supplies from the Baker administration in two segments. 6,000 pounds arrived on October 13th, with another 4,000 on the 17th. There were boxes full of children and adult masks, hand sanitizer, bandages, and contact-free thermometers. According to Norris Guscott, the public health coordinator for the Lynn Health Department, they will be working with local organizations to distribute the supplies. Residents can also go to the health department at City Hall to get free supplies. They are encouraged to take advantage of these supplies due to COVID-19 still being a factor and flu season approaching. Raw Artworks, a youth arts organization, named Rosario Ubiera Minaya as their new executive director on September 19th. She is only the second executive director in their 34-year history and is succeeding Kit Jenkins in the role. As stated by Jenkins, quote, "Rosario's passion for Raw's mission and the entire Raw community is palpable, and I am confident in her ability, along with our leadership team and the entire Raw staff, to make an even greater impact on our community and the lives of the young people with whom we are so fortunate to work. She brings such great energy, warmth, and smarts gained from years of experience as a leader in the cultural section in our region," end quote. Ubiera Minaya has over 25 years of experience and is excited to be taking over the role. Congratulations on your new position. The City of Lynn is seeking a $600,000 grant from the Environmental Protection Agency in an attempt to clean up chemicals left by White's Enterprise Laundry. It was a business from the 1930s to the 1990s at 83 Willow Street, where the soil is now contaminated with perc, a solvent and hazardous chemical. The Economic Development and Industrial Corporation is leading the cleanup with help from the Planning Department and the Mayor's Office to ensure that the chemicals are removed, as well as preventing them from spreading off-site. The EDIC has done projects like this before in Lynn, including transforming 870 Western Ave from a gas station to 6 townhouses. They have already secured over $1 million from the EPA for this current project and hope this next grant will allow them to clean all the chemicals. Lynn is one of 18 communities to sign the first North Shore Water Resiliency Task Force Charter Agreement. The task force was co-founded by Senator Bruce Tarr of Gloucester 5 years ago and is still led by him today. Their main goal is to protect the Ipswich River watershed. It provides water to 35,000 people, as well as thousands of businesses in 14 communities. According to the Ipswich River Watershed Association, it is the first time that every city, town, and the IRWA have a written agreement to improve both water supply resiliency and ecosystem health equally at the same time. The task force is also looking at possible state and federal funds for future projects. Some of the other communities that signed are Linfield, Peabody, Salem, and Beverly. On Wednesday, October 12th, Lynn English High School inducted a new class into their Hall of Fame. Jeanette Anderson and Rashida Ellis were among those being inducted, along with many others. Here is a clip from the event.
English is home for me. Growing up here as a young kid, on the sidelines as a water boy, being on the basketball games with my dad when he was coaching, it's just really come full circle. Playing, coaching, and now coming back with this honor, it really is. I'm humbled by it.
It's exciting. Honestly, I was kind of surprised. You know, a certain amount of years passed by. I didn't think that it would happen, but definitely, grateful for that.
Time goes on, but you and I we were in school together, right? And this stuff happens so fast, and from the playing days to college to going on, and then you're coaching, and when you're coaching, everything's going so fast. I feel like I just stepped back recently, but it feels so long ago because I've been away for a little bit, and to come back here now is it's happened very quickly, as you said, but something I'm very proud of and really humbled.
I'm confident in myself, but I just think that there's a lot of talented people in the city, and that went to Lynn English High School, so I didn't see it coming so soon, but definitely I kind of knew it would happen at some point.
Yeah, I think it's great to keep the connection with the school, right?
Now that I look back on it, it's kind of a great accomplishment actually to have, 2 people from the same family that are, basically retired in the building.
I'm so grateful for where I grew up and so grateful for the high school I went to, and to keep that connection is very important.
Thursday, the 13th, there was a Campfire North Shore event at the Lynn Museum and Historical Society. Campfire North Shore was honoring former Lynn Mayor Thomas McGee for his contributions to the organization. Here is more.
Tonight is our annual fundraiser event that we hold each year. This year we're honoring Tom McGee. He's the former mayor of Lynn, previously the senator for our district and state rep. Tom has been very instrumental and a huge proponent of out-of-school time programming. He has been a champion throughout his lifetime for the work that is necessary to serve the many, many children throughout the Commonwealth, but importantly to us, right here in Lynn. So it's a pleasure to be able to honor him this evening.
We're thankful for everybody who supports Campfire and the mission. It's a great resource to our community. It's a great resource to the constituency here throughout the entire North Shore, and we're happy to serve the kids in this community.
I just love the venue. It's a great space. It's comfortable, it's central to the work that we do, and I just enjoy being here. The funds are used for general operations to support, the work that we do out in the community and throughout the North Shore. And it's great to get people together that support our organization and the work that we do.
On Saturday, the 15th, Gallagher Park hosted the Pine Hill Haunted Happenings. There was a parade through the streets, ending at the park, where those in attendance could enjoy a festival, games, and activities. Take a look.
Today we've got our Haunted Happenings event. It's something that we do every year in the weeks leading up to Halloween. We put it on for all the members of the community, all the members of the neighborhood come down. We've got carnival games. This year, for the first time, we've added a trunk or treat feature, which we basically put out the word for volunteers to come down, and they did it on their own, come down, decorate their own cars, hand out candy to the kids of the neighborhood. Then we brought back a haunted house again, where we've got another couple of people volunteered, spent their own money and brought their own decorations down here, spent the morning decorating, and so the kids can enjoy that. And at the concession stand, we've got all sorts of different food and various snack items on sale, all to benefit the Pine Hill Civic Association. I think it's important as a community, you gotta have community fun, come together as a neighborhood, have fun, show the families of the neighborhood that people do still care and people wanna join together and not just go through the motions every day. And people wanna have fun together, wanna have fun directly in Lynn. And I think that's important too, to give a good name for the neighborhoods of the city of Lynn, because it's a wonderful place to be.
Now for the sports update. The Lynn English Bulldogs girls soccer team tied Chelsea 0-0 to move to 1-8-1 on the season. The football team got their second victory of the season, defeating Malden 8-6. English's Jonathan Andrades ran the opening kickoff all the way back for the score, which was followed by a 2-point conversion. Malden got within 2 and was in English territory, but a final pass to the end zone was knocked away as time expired. English are now in 4th place in the Greater Boston League. The golf team took 2nd place in the Greater Boston League Championship, with player Brendan Falaska taking 4th in the individual championship. The St. Mary's girls soccer team clinched a spot in the MIAA tournament with a 7-1 victory over Arlington Catholic. The boys soccer team also advanced to the playoffs after defeating Arlington Catholic 6-0 to move their record to 9-2-1 on the season. Both teams won again against Cardinal Spellman 3-0 and 4-0. The boys are now at 11-2-1, while the girls sit at 10-4-2. The Spartans volleyball team also won 3-1 over Winthrop, with their cross-country team beating Bishop Feehan 37 points to 22. The Lynn Classical girls soccer team also won 3-0 over Somerville, with junior goalie Lauren Wilson recording her 10th shutout of the season. They won again against Winthrop 1-0 and 6-0 against Malden. The Rams football team is in second place in the Greater Boston Conference at 3-0. Their golf team won the Greater Boston League Championship at Kelly Greens to finish the season undefeated in GBL play. Brady Warren was named Player of the Year and won the individual championship, shooting a 65. The KIPP Academy boys soccer team had a dominant 8-0 victory over Neshoba last week. The Panthers then beat Innovation Academy 3-0 to improve to 8-5 on the year and qualify for the state tournament for the second year in a row. They also got their second CAC Small Conference Championship with this victory. The Lynn Tech girls soccer team tied with Burke 1-1, while the boys soccer team is at 7-2-3 after tying with St. Mary's on October 6th and beating Lowell Catholic 6-1 on Wednesday. The Tigers football team fell 38-21 to Tech Boston Academy, despite a strong showing in the first half. The volleyball team also fell to Shawshene Valley Tech from Billerica, Mass, 3-1, and Innovation Academy 3-0. The New England Patriots evened out their record at 3-3 with a 38-15 victory over the Cleveland Browns last Sunday. Browns quarterback and former Pats QB Jacoby Brissett was intercepted by Kyle Duggar on their first possession of the game. The Pats went up 3-0 on a Nick Folk field goal and would never give up the lead. Running back Ramondre Stevenson had a strong day, going 76 yards on 19 carries and scoring 2 touchdowns. The game was 10-6 at halftime, but the Pats defense gave up no points in the third while the offense scored 14. The defense was once again the star of the game, forcing 2 interceptions and a fumble to produce 17 of the 38 points. The Boston Bruins are now 2-0 on the season after defeating the Arizona Coyotes. The Bruins have not lost to the Coyotes since 2010, giving them their 19th consecutive victory over them. They had a 3-1 lead going into the third, but A.J. Greer scored his first 2 goals as a Bruin to help them break away for a 6-3 victory. The Boston Celtics opened their season at home against the Philadelphia 76ers on Tuesday the 18th. The Celtics made it all the way to the NBA Finals last season and are looking to build on that success. They started this season with a 126-117 victory. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum both played 39 minutes and scored 35 points each. Tatum also had 12 rebounds and 4 assists. Guard Marcus Smart was also an influential factor, with 14 points, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. They play the Miami Heat next. On this week's edition of the Lynn Lowdown, we sat down with 2 members of Girls Inc. They discussed what it's like to be a part of Girls Inc., as well as the programs they offer. Here is the Lowdown. Good afternoon and welcome back to the Lynn Lowdown. I'm Dani Vittori, and today we have 2 members of Girls Inc. here on our show, so they're going to be introducing themselves in a minute. Thanks for coming on. And you want to go first?
Sure. Hi, my name is Jasmine Bonilla, and I'm a 7th grader here at Girls Inc.
Hi, good evening. My name is Adriana Martinez. I am a 7th grader at Girls Inc.
Sweet. So you come on here to talk about the Odyssey Program specifically. So
Yes.
do you want to just give a quick overview of what that is?
Girls Inc. is a after-school program. It's an enrichment program from girls from grade 6 to 7, 6 to 8. And it's like an after-school program where girls can enrich themselves, and we have different activities for us to do.
And then how did well, I guess we'll start with you, Jasmine. How did you first get involved with Girls Inc?
I first got involved with Girls Inc. actually with her because when we were in 3rd grade, we literally dreamt about coming here together. And so after a few years, once I was in 6th grade, during an open house, I saw some flyers. So I was like, ooh, maybe I could try it out. And then I signed up, and now we made that dream come true.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. So you both got involved together?
Yeah.
They're friends?
Best friends.
Best friends.
Oh, there you go. That's awesome. And so you said you got involved because you saw some flyers, like you saw
Yeah.
something. So then how would someone who wants to get involved go about doing it? Do you know?
Well, some people might get it from friends or family, or also during an open house at their school, some people might come and give out flyers to spread out the word about Odyssey.
Cool. It sounds like a fun thing to be able to do. And
It is.
so you talked about how it's an after-school program. So what kinds of activities are usual? Do they switch it up a lot?
We have STEM programs like from a one day specifically in the week. We have Fun Fridays. We do a lot of cooking for Fun Fridays, and we've really focused on STEM. It's because a lot of females at Girls Inc. Really enjoy science.
I am impressed by anyone who can do science. 'Cause you can over my profession, that is not me. But do you think do you have a favorite program or a favorite day, or does it depend?
Well, my favorite program over all the months I've been here would definitely be in the summer, which was Mi Vida Mi Viaje. It talks about body positivity and overall just a great program, especially for women.
My favorite program has to be the STEM program because of Girls Inc. I was able to go to an MIT program during the summer.
Wow. So you're both very accomplished in 7th grade. You're just going for it. I love that. And your biggest thing with Girls Inc. is you want to inspire girls. You want to help them reach their full potential. How would you say it does that?
Girls Inc. accomplishes trying to encourage other girls to join our program by, like Jasmine said earlier, you can have friends and families, our websites. We have some, social medias, and we have posters, open houses. People come during the school year.
So a lot of community outreach, community
Yeah.
engagement. You really try to let people know about it. Which is cool. So in the Odyssey program, what would you say is a typical week? How would it go?
So a typical day in the life of Odyssey. So when you first walk in, you wash your hands, gotta get all the germs off. So then after that, you take a snack and you are able to sit down with your friends, talk about stuff. And after that, we have program time, which is where we have different programs like financial literacy, STEM, and Fun Friday, of course. And then we do that from 4 to 5, from 5 to 6. Sometimes there's mentoring, which is a program after, during academic time. And then once we're done doing that or stuff, then we're able to go home.
There you go. That sounds easy. Sounds like a fun thing to do. And you said it's from your specific group is 6th to 8th grade.
Yep.
Yes. So will you be able to continue on once you're beyond 8th grade, or do you become mentors?
You can be part of the teen high school programs, you can become peer leaders. You can do mentoring programs. There's a lot of resources that you can use for.
It definitely sounds like it. One of the things you mentioned here is you teach girls about career choices. Have you Have you started talking about that?
We actually have.
Okay, so more on top
Because
than
of
me. All right.
because of the STEM program, and I really enjoy science. I want to enter the Army and become a forensic investigator.
Wow, that's awesome. Sweet. So you have an idea of what you want to do based partly off the program.
Yeah.
They give you the opportunities, they give you the ideas for it. So, how should I tell this? In terms of your own personal experience, was there ever something that you did that was one of your favorites, or something that really stood out to you that was unique to Girls Inc?
Well, something that I literally, since I first found out that I was going, I could not sleep that night. I was too hyper. So I was in mentoring last year when I was in 6th grade, and they gave us the opportunity to go to a Red Sox game on mentoring night, and it was my first game ever. Like, I've never been to a Red Sox game before.
Awesome.
So I was really excited.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I love going to games.
Yeah.
It's a good time there. So, I guess as you think about, like, you're involved in Girls Inc now and you're getting more and more involved, what do you think you'll want to do with the rest of this year going into 8th grade? Do you create like goals for yourself? Is it meant to be a little more like fun?
I feel like as soon as you enter the 8th grade program, you start like, kind of like going into higher like programs and concepts.
Okay. So what would an example of that be? If you don't know, it's okay, but.
I think in 8th grade they talk about a lot of career paths and what you would want to do, and overall it's pretty good because most people, they don't get the opportunity to actually learn about that. So I think it's awesome.
No, I think it is too. And you even mentioned in 7th grade you're starting to get into that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Adriana, you mentioned a career that you really are interested in going into, and then Jasmine, you're talking about that as well.
Yeah.
So you definitely get a good introduction into what you're doing.
Definitely.
And I will ask about, you said Fun Fridays. Those sound like a good thing. What do you tend to do with those?
It's either arts and crafts, cooking. Sometimes the staff tend to ask like if we would have like something that we would prefer to do if not everyone's comfortable with those.
So it's a little bit of your choice too,
Yeah.
like something you really want to get into. I honestly wish I had a program in 7th grade that taught me how to cook. That actually would have been very useful with that. So when you're talking about Girls Inc, you've gone through so many different things, different programs. It sounds like a really, really immersive experience. Mm-hmm. So that's during the school year. What would you do during the summer? Let's say, does it continue?
Yeah. If you want to sign up, during the school year, they'll give you an opportunity to sign up. And during the summer, it's basically kind of like Odyssey, but it's from 8 to 3.
Oh.
And during that time, we do a lot of fun stuff like math, science, and like I said about the Mi Vida, Mi Viaje. Yeah, and then after that, we have lunch, and we go to the Boys and Girls Club where we get to participate in gym or
Swim
swimming.
in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So you collaborate with other organizations. Like, that's great that you get to use the different facilities, different things. And wrapping up a little bit, is there anything else you'd want to say about Odyssey, the program, your personal experience?
It's just overall, it's a really great program. I really recommend joining it.
Yeah.
You can tell your friends about it. It's a really great program. They help with homework, they can help you with your schedule.
It does. It sounds like such an amazing program. And thanks again for coming on to talk about it with us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, of course. And once again, I'm Dani Vittori. This has been the Lynn Lowdown. Join us again next week with more guests. Now for the community calendar. Next Friday, the 28th, there is a Halloween carnival at Centerboard from 3 to 5 p.m., hosted by the Lynn Family Forward Resource Center. Costumes are welcome. Stop by to get some candy and see how the offices inside are decorated. A fun event for kids and families of all ages. Saturday the 29th, there will be a daddy-daughter gala at the Democus YMCA from 5 to 9 p.m. Head down for a night of fun, entertainment, and dancing. On Sunday the 30th, there is an event titled Density Vibes, presented by Michelle La Poetica, located at Lynn Commons and taking place from 12 to 6 p.m. There will be a cleanup, vendors, and an international open mic. Concerned citizens of Lynn will have a booth there and will be collecting toys for their annual toy drive. The program is being supported in part by a grant from the Lynn Cultural Council, a local organization supported by the Massachusetts Cultural Council, a state agency. On November 2nd at 6 p.m., there will be a public meeting to discuss the closure of the MBTA station in Lynn and to provide updates. It will take place at City Hall and the council chambers from 6 to 7 p.m. and will also be broadcast live, both on TV and online by LCTV. For more on the events mentioned and all events happening in the community, go to our website, lyntv.org/events. That is all the news for this week. Go to our website, lyntv.org, to learn more about future events, press releases, and to watch videos. Also, subscribe to our YouTube page, Lynn Community Television, to stay up to date on all our latest videos and news. I'm Dani Vittori, this is LCTV News, and we will see you next week.